Hi guys, welcome back to the second Joe's Jibber Jabber podcast. I'm joined here by Jonny Lamb and Harry Stafford. And I just want to say, boys, first thing, up the cranes.
Up the cranes.
Hey, come on.
Love it.
So, Harry, what's your role at Cranfield Sunday side, mate?
So I've been the manager now, Cranfield Sunday side, for this will be coming up to my end of my second season. Just got involved, like all my mates play, so I thought, give it a go. Love it.
Why are you a gaffer and not player? Are you player gaffer or just gaffer?
So last season I was player gaffer, but that wasn't down to choice. Oh, that was down to we were just short players.
Oh, so you got sacked off.
That's it. But no. So a few years ago I had my knee operated on, not the old. Oh, I could have been professional if my knee was. I actually did have my knee operated on.
Once Man United.
So, just for really my own, I just feel like now's the time. I'm not going to bother playing, really, mate. Don't want to make it worse. Needing when I'm older, with work and everything on my feet all day.
That's the thing.
No, that's it.
What about yourself, Jonny? What's your role at the club, mate?
So somehow I got roped into being treasurer of the football club. I'm an accountant, so I mean it makes sense. But yeah, it was on the night of one. What was it? An EGM. The treasurer stepped down at the time, and Big Stu was like, "Come on, you're up."
Yeah. And you're like, "Oh." A few beers later, and there you go.
Yeah. It's literally been like 2-3 years now, and I mean the club's on the up. A lot of big things happening. Redecorated in the lockdown period.
Good.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's looking good.
Really nice.
My dad plastered that place.
What's that?
My dad plastered the football club.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, all them years ago, mate.
Needs to do it again, mate.
Got a shit job.
Yeah.
I used to go at the club. I hold the club quite close to my heart because I used to go up there as a kid all the time. It used to be a busy place. It used to be one of the hubs in the village. And then it just obviously died down, and the location of it obviously isn't ideal. But I've always, ever since my first ever job, I was like 13, and I went and sold programs on the gate for Cranfield United. And then I used to go in the kitchen selling hot dogs, teas and coffees.
Yeah, I love it.
And then afterwards, cleaning the changing rooms. The lads would go clap all their muddy boots in the fucking shower. And then I'd scoop up this mud.
Digging all out the mud out the shower.
I just got like 20 quid as well. It was tragic. But it was good though. I enjoyed it.
Young, though, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, mate. I brought like a TV with it. I was buzzing.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it as well because I did obviously like football, and it was an ideal job for me. I think I was like 13. So it was quite good. It was a buzzing atmosphere down there. That's when the club was at a really good point. And obviously things happened in between and it kind of fell off. But what I like about the Sunday side is because the first team, obviously they've got their own projects that they're trying to run with. But there's not as many players that you'd recognise from like around the village. Like back in the day, it was local players. Whereas now in that competitive league of football, it kind of happens that players jump from village to village and from towns even. But I like about the Cranfield side that it's all local lads, and it feels like a proper community club again. And it feels like it's bringing that sense of community football back to the village. And I really like that. And I have to say, like, hats off to everyone involved, like doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, we're all mates, aren't we?
Yeah. That's what we try to do as well. Like, even though we're a Sunday side, we want to be competing and trying to win stuff, but you want to be playing with your mates and enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sunday side, really is a load of lads go out on a Saturday night, turn up on a Sunday morning, kick a ball about, and then carry on Sunday afternoon, really.
Yeah. Kind of turn up hanging out their arse.
I mean, we've kind of dropped that this year, and it's kind of paid off, but...
What, drop the nights out?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but compared to last year, we were...
See Staff in the road. See Staff in the roads every weekend.
Yeah.
Two things have changed this year. The Gaffer stopped playing, yeah.
Yeah.
And we calmed it down a little bit, and the results are still like,
So is the biggest difference the nights out or the fact that Harry's not playing?
I'm not going to comment.
Mate, I had no choice. It was that or no players, so...
I like it. It's become like a bit of a meme, obviously, within the local area. Like, even people who don't necessarily have come and watched and stuff, it's become like a meme now, like up the cranes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the lads.
Even like around the local area, you see it all over like Instagram and everything. And even I've been in the rows, and all of a sudden I hear someone shouting like, up the cranes, and I'll turn around and it'll be like a few of the lads over there, and everyone else probably thinking, what the fuck are they on about?
I don't even know how it started. I can't remember, but it's just
I think it might
like you said, it's become like a meme.
Oh,
I think it was just like a hashtag on Twitter, and then just kind of adopted it.
Time.
And we just kind of adopted it. But I mean, even the first team, you know, they all, it's not just a Sunday side, it's not a Sunday side thing.
I mean, the first team last year, there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of community spirit in terms of the Sunday side. Yeah. But they've got a real good team spirit, the first team. And there's a lot of decent footballers that have actually moved into the village recently because of the new estate. Yeah. Like, one of the, he's an absolute baller. One of the players from the first team, he lives, you can see the club from his window.
Who's that, Joel?
Yeah, that's Joel.
Yeah.
Named him, I called him a baller.
You'll have to clip that and send it to him now.
Buzzing.
No, so that's good though. That's what I want to hear, because even the first team, it lost a bit of a touch. Like when I was down there was some political stuff going on, mate. Towards the end of my time where I was down there was a lot of political stuff involving management and what have you, and it kind of fell apart a little bit. And obviously the club, like, has had its ups and downs, and like tried obviously regenerate, and it does seem like it's up on the up now. And obviously the Sunday side is what we see as our generation, because we're obviously involved, and a lot of people that watch this will be friends with you two. But as the whole club, I just wanted to get regenerated and we have good events down there again as well. Like, get the club pumping, because it's a great venue.
Me and Jonny have spoken about that when like coronavirus is over. We want to get more things down there, just get more our age. I mean, things like when the Champions League final was on last year, I don't know if you remember that, it was just crazy, like the amount of people down there, and with the World Cup the year before.
Boxing, we got on down there.
Yeah, boxing, you know. Yeah. And you've got to keep it, you know, current with what, you know, whatever everything's going on. So
yeah, it'd be good as well, but to have that for, like, not even just our age group, but kind of like our age group teetering on kind of 30s, mid-30s and what have you, because there's some places now that aren't that welcoming towards our age group. There's a few places I know of that don't really want us in there because they see it as trouble. If we can prove that we're not, and obviously, and no one's going to take the piss down the club anyway, because there's so many people who are there that are going to have some kind of involvement in the club.
Yeah, it comes down to respect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all about respect, 100%. Man. And I think it'd be brilliant.
If you're not getting respect from the people, like, say, a landlord from somewhere else, it's very hard for you to respect them.
Yeah. If you already feel, as soon as you walk into a place, if you already feel like the eyes are on you and they don't want you in there, you're going to be a bit off, and there's going to be that atmosphere. You know what I mean? And that's where the football club, to be fair, has never struggled with that for, like, in recent years. Like, when you go in there, it's always, when there's an event on, because obviously you go there normally, it's quite quiet, but when there's an event on and there's something going on, it's always a good atmosphere. Everyone's quite laid back. And
I mean, for the big events, you're right, but I think there's been a stigma attached to the club for a little while now. That it's more of a social club and members only. Yeah. But it's not. Like, you can sign up to be a member, and for what, £5, and you save 50p a drink.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I did it one night. I was down there, just having a drink, I think, and they said, "Oh, do you want to sign up?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." I think I've made my money back. Do you know what I mean? I always forget my card as well, and they just type it in. Yeah, I can see you on here. No worries.
It's well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, but no, it's something that hold close to my heart, and I just want to keep it going. And what you guys are doing, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, me and Staff have, like you said, we spoke about it. We want to get more events down there. Like this summer, I know Sam's gone to shit. Oh, what are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, fuck it. Say whatever the fuck you want, mate.
You have to start again. Cheers, Johnny.
Johnny Lamb's cancelled. Get him out.
Nah, but someone's gone to shit, basically. But I wanted to run like an Ibiza Classics, like a D&B night, like a series of events, because Cranfest, it didn't work out last year because of licensing issues, this, that, and the other. In some ways, it got a bit big. The sound system cost a lot of money, but if we can do smaller events, sort of tailored events, I think it'd be a vibe. And we can do that inside in the winter.
Yeah.
Just have our summer in the winter, indoor raves.
Yeah, mate, I'm all over that.
That'd be
all
class.
over that.
That'd be so good.
Relive summer 2020 in January 2021. I'm all over that, mate. I'm all over that. Because with the Cranfest thing, that was one of my favourite points of, was it 2018? World Cup year.
World Cup, yeah.
And the Cranfest that year, mate.
So I missed that. I went on holiday that day, but what everyone said, how good it was with the football and
mate, it was
everything.
Class, and everyone was obviously singing football.
I've always had a good time at Cranfest. Never had a bad experience at Cranfest.
No.
Always good. And
I think what a lot of people don't know is that, well, for all these sort of bigger events, Cranfest, Autofest, fireworks, we don't have any funding from like the local council.
Right.
It's on the back of the football club. The cost for fireworks this year, it's obvious to see that we didn't make a lot of money from it because it was raining.
Yeah.
People still showed out, but we had a load of beer left over, this, that, and the other.
It's a shame. I remember saying to my mum and dad about it because we've always gone to fireworks nights. Obviously, I grew up in the village. And I showed my mum the pictures, and she went, "Oh my god, there's no one there." She goes, "I know how much that club spends on them fireworks. That's such a shame because they obviously want it to do well, and weather permitting, isn't it? You literally
exactly.
Put all that money
into
a bit of rain to fuck it up."
Yeah, a lot of people turned up literally for the fireworks and went straight home, and it's like, they've spent the money in the getting in, but whereas last year they were then staying and having a few drinks, we get Joe Bygraves down there after, and that's always a good time. And it wasn't the vibe there because the weather just killed it off, but obviously that can't be helped.
Yeah, Bygraves, he's a Sunday boy, isn't he?
Saturday and Sunday, mate.
Saturday and
reserves.
Sunday.
He plays for reserves and Sundays.
Got pop stars playing with you and everything.
Oh no.
Scenes, mate. Absolute
pop
scenes.
stars and Instagram influencers like Shorty.
with his mad drip. Mate, he has the most funky
and Strava influencers like Loz. We've got Strava influencers as well, haven't we, Johnny?
Oh yeah,
Loz.
Big up all the Cranes boys, man. Big up. How was your season anyway? Before it all obviously come crashing down around.
100% better than last year. I think last year was just a write-off, mate. Like I said, it was my first season. I was 21, and to try and get people in, they're not going to come and play for a 21-year-old that's never managed a football team before. It's quite hard. So luckily, we kept a lot of the side that we had before under James Rawlins, and then we managed to get a few of the under-18 lads in. A few of them were really good, but it's just getting a team out. And we lost a lot of interest, because of how poor we were doing.
And the nights out.
And me and Johnny sat down at the end of the season and we just said, that can't happen again. If it does, people will just pissed off basically at the end of the season. So we made it our mission to change that, and we have we had 2 losses in the league and 1 in the county cup compared to that.
Yeah, that was it, and that was a tough loss as well.
Yeah,
should have won that
compared to last year. What we had, 10 in the league, I think. Because of the 2 cup runs we went on, we had barely any league games, and then unfortunately with the weather and things, we had a lot of home games to play, and we just couldn't get them on. So we only played 10 league games this season.
Yeah, it would have been really tight for the title.
Yeah, I think
Such a
with the
shame
remaining
with the
games we
league.
had, we could have won the title, and then obviously the cup final, which was due to be played in April, it's been rescheduled for September. So fingers crossed that's on, but you
Hopefully
don't
as
know.
well though, because I was like, obviously with the rest of the lads and that, I was buzzing for that because that's something
Exactly,
I can get
yeah.
behind, and I think a lot of people would have turned up to show their support. So I'm hoping, obviously, September it might still be closed doors. You don't know.
I mean, we had our semi-final. We had to play that at Wixham's just because of how many games being played on the pitch at home, which was fine. But cool, we must have had about 50 people there.
Yeah,
it was rammed all the way.
A Sunday semi-final. I mean, you know.
You would have got even more than that for the actual final. And I'm hoping it will be open gates because I know me and the lads will be there, mate, supporting.
To be fair, mate, like if grassroots football is being played, I think it'll be at the point where they've opened everything up.
Yeah.
Because if you're going around playing football against 11 to 15 blokes that you don't know, from Adam
at an amateur level, then
nobody's getting tested. It's going to be.
And there's no difference in the crowds mingling than obviously the players.
Exactly.
Rubbing up against each other on the pitch. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Well, hopefully.
The season, in terms of the season, mate, is a lot better. Just with the players we got in as well. I mean, you two obviously know people that don't. I'm a barber, like it's my job.
Sort me out, mate. Sort me out. Fucking hell.
That just honestly, I spoke to 3 or 4 people. They came in do you know any local Sunday sides? Just that happens, mate. I run Cranfield, and a couple of the lads we've got in, and one of them finished top goal scorer in the league or second top goal scorer. Yeah. So it's worked out.
Nice.
It's worked out massively, and we've improved the areas we needed to, and it just helps with the team morale as well. The lads after a win, bang on Sweet Caroline, and
mate, I love that. Every time you win a game, I'm like,
we've adopted that as our winning song. Just skip when we lose, because if it's a bad day if that song ain't on. I tell you,
it's been a bad day if that's not come on. Isn't it, so?
Yeah, that's it. Take away Nando's or
normally see Stafford, the cheerleader, going, "Come on, I'm videoing it. Come on."
Yeah.
Love it, mate. I love the spirit, though. Obviously, that's brilliant. Another thing, obviously, that's been generated now from the Cranes with everything going on, and it's all over social media. But for people that don't know, Jonny, if you want to say what you've been doing for your charity work, because obviously it's quite inspiring and it's amazing on raising money for a very good cause.
Yeah. So what we've been doing, so at the beginning of lockdown, we thought it was Captain Tom, wasn't it, who started the sort of charity challenges and such. We saw that and we thought, let's do something. And I came to staff with the idea of running a disc to somewhere.
Yeah.
Initially, I said, let's run to Australia, around the world. But that'd be across the 3 teams.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would have been.
But it was quite hard to get a consensus and everyone on board. So in the end, we just did it as a Sunday side, which is good. I mean, it's a lot of camaraderie in that.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make it a challenge, so we decided to run to Qatar, which is where the next World Cup finals are going to be played.
Amazing.
It's from the nest.
How far is that to Qatar then?
About 3,200 miles, I think.
Yes, let me see. 3,252 miles, which is over 5,000 kilometres.
Jesus Christ. That's some distance. And how are we doing at the minute? What kind of distance have we covered so far?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of Syria at the minute. So
in the war zone. In the war zone.
War zone. Get us out the gulag.
Is there any players in the gulag right now? Who's flagging? Who's not putting in the miles? Call them out.
Oh,
I don't know. Saf's got the army haircut as well. But we've done 2,300 miles at the minute. Bang on.
Mate,
after how many weeks? 4 weeks, I think. 5 weeks.
Yeah. We've set a target for 14th of June, so we want to be finished by then. Don't want to like get
next
it going too long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How much money have you raised so far?
Oh Jesus!
It's over $5,000.
Yeah,
Not too sure on
grand. I
the.
think
And that's
it's
going
touching
to
6.
NHS Charities Together, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
mate.
So,
Amazing.
yeah, we're at 5,800 quid at the minute.
Mate, that's sum total.
So
And
we also got the idea. We saw another Sunday side do it. So I think they were going on tour or something, weren't they, Johnny? And it obviously got cancelled because of what was going on.
Yeah.
So me and Johnny spoke about it, and it was like, well, if we're going to do it, first of all, we've got to outdo them. But not taken away from what they've done is brilliant. Again, like I think they've raised money for the NHS, and they've also done another number of other things as well.
Yeah.
I think they're
and
doing
there was another one in Luton.
Yeah.
Running for Mind as well. They were covering.
But we just thought, let's do it. If we're going to do it big. So
yeah, mate, and you have, and it's impressive to be fair. And some of the figures you boys are putting in are pretty impressive. So, Staff, you done a little challenge first, didn't you?
Yeah, so that was about 2 weeks ago now, I think. So one of our players is a Villa fan, and
Poor lad.
He follows Gabby Bonglahor on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And he put up on his Instagram that this challenge that he'd done. So it was the More Fours challenge, I think it was called. At the time, until the actual day I started it, I didn't actually realise that it was Gabby Bonglahor that had done the challenge. I just didn't even clock.
For some random guy that's done some challenge.
Yeah, he just got a screenshot into the group. And was I'll do that.
And then we actually found out that he'd got the challenge off Solihull Moors, the non-league side. So they did it like 2 weeks, I think, after me. But I think they did it collectively as a team. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked it up. But the whole idea was to run 4 miles every 4 hours. So I started it at midnight on the Saturday, and I finished it at 8 p.m. on the Sunday.
Nice,
so I had a few people help me out. So Johnny helped me out. He came with me for 2 runs.
Yeah, the midnight one.
Midnight one.
Yeah, mate, that must have been a hard little stint. The midnight was quite weird, I suppose, quite eerie as well.
Honestly, mate, he lives in the middle of nowhere, and I ran from my house in Kempston to like Green End where he lives. Pitch black.
Yeah, no lights.
Never run so fucking quick.
Mate,
then the 4 a.m. one I did myself. That was the same. Like
you done that by yourself?
Eerie. Yeah, that was hard getting up for that. Really hard.
I bet.
It's remembering as well. You've got to stretch in that before and after. So you think between the runs, I'm only getting a few hours sleep, but I'm saying that, but compared to what Johnny did, there's nothing. So, but we'll get onto that, I suppose, in the set. But and then had a few other people throughout the day, and then the lads organised at the end. They all surprised me as I came around the corner on my last run. They were all there. Sweet Caroline banging out on the speaker. Yeah, it's good.
Brilliant, mate. Did you not know they were going to be there then?
I had my suspicions a couple of times on the last run. I saw a few of the lads drive past, but I was so tired and I just wanted to finish at that point. I saw them and then it's like,
focused on what you were doing.
So, it was really good though. Good.
Well done, mate.
And good to see all the lads as well at the end. So,
no, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice one. Well done, mate. And obviously you touched on there Johnny's achievement and his little challenge he done this weekend. Little just a minor 24-hour run, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a run.
Yeah, that was bad luck, mate. I did see, obviously, expand on what you were going to say there.
Started at 10:30 on Saturday morning at the football club. Had a nice little downhill down the Cranfield Hill. Was enjoying it. It was way ahead of schedule. First 2 hours, I covered 14 miles.
Nice.
So it's a pretty decent pace. I wanted to carry on that pace for a good sort of 4 or 5 hours, just so I could sort of buy myself some toilet breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
Although I said I was aiming for 100 miles, I'd actually planned to do about 120.
Oh, really? Because even I saw 100 miles and I was like, Jesus Christ. But
I wanted to start at a decent pace and then sort of like it would have become a slog like later on. Just tiredness, fatigue, this, that, and the other. But It was just after Staff's house.
Yeah, he ran past mine and just put a few things like drinks and that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
he put a few drinks out on that banana, and coming down like a little drop curve on the path. I just came
biggest
down.
enemy when you're running, man. Is the roads and the paths are fucking terrible.
I just came. It wasn't even particularly bumpy or anything or a pothole. I just came down like on a little drop curve, and my knee jarred.
Yeah. It can catch you out when you're running on the path when it's up and down. If you kind of not paying attention, and when it drops down, it's when your leg's not expecting it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on the road, obviously, it's fine. But I've done the same on the path when you drive. Obviously, not as badly as you looked like you were in quite a bit of pain, mate.
Yeah. So literally kept on running. Tried to get another. Like I think after that, I got like another couple of miles in, and it was absolute agony. I got to Oakley, and I just had to massage it out. But there was like shooting pains down my right leg at that point.
Nasty.
So yeah, I massaged it out. Then the muscle was really swollen.
Right. Yeah.
And I'd say I was okay. There's a video of me running through like Queen's Park or just hobbling.
Dragging your leg, weren't you?
Literally, them hours were so dark, and I was really thankful to have a couple of people from the law firm I work with, with me. And they were just driving me on.
Dragging you through it.
Yeah, dragging me through it. And like, literally, I was just running in floods of tears, crying. Like one of the chaps said after, he felt like really uncomfortable watching it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise the actual intensity and how injured you were. And obviously to keep pushing through that as well, mate, absolute credit to you. Because I take it in your head, I'm kind of presuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in your head, you're like, I'm doing this for a cause, and I've said I'm going to do it, and people have like backed me to do this. I'm doing it no matter what.
Yeah. By that point, I think I'd raised, I don't know, like 600 quid, 700 quid. I was aiming for like £1,000, and now I've made it to like 1,100 quid, which I'm really happy with.
Amazing, mate.
But
honestly, though, Joe, like I joined Jonny in the night, and there were times, weren't there? You were saying to me, there was a few of us walking with him. He said to me, like, Staff, I'm going to quit. I was like, no, you're not. You're more than halfway there now.
Yeah.
You're not quitting.
Like it got to 10:30, yeah, and someone goes, "You're halfway there." I was just like,
"What the fuck?"
He was literally. We walked throughout the night with him, and like you walked behind him, and he's just dragging his leg. And it looked so uncomfortable, but he smashed it out like huge respect.
Yes, I think I said to the staff at one point, it was probably like 1 a.m. Just before you nipped off to get some sleep before coming back for the 5:30 shift. But I think I said to you, staff, I'm not like physically tired. I'm just really mentally tired. I'm tired of being in pain.
Yeah. Tell Joe about what you said. Like from one leg, from you dragging that one leg, your other leg, didn't it? It was just.
So from dragging my right leg, my left leg was having all the strain on it.
Right.
And now that's the more painful one.
Oh, really?
It started to play up, so I was just dragging both legs in the end.
Jeez. It's probably because it felt you putting all the strain on that leg. That leg, it was like doubling the distance that you were doing essentially on that leg.
Like
really.
On Monday, day after, I still couldn't fully straighten my left leg out.
What do you reckon you've done?
I think it's something to do with like my hamstring calves being like super tight, but it's like in the back of my knee. So I don't know. I'm just having ice baths, hot baths. I've just come out. Well, let's say just like half hour ago. Come out of a hot bath.
Brutal.
Got oiled up for you.
Well, just before we came on, you were naked, mate. I'm glad you put on a t-shirt for us. I'm hoping there's stuff underneath as well.
I'm very naked right now.
I think he's just got a t-shirt on. That's it. He's like, boys. Now, what you've done there, amazing work. And obviously, I'll put the link in the description down below.
Cheers, mate.
And obviously, when everyone sees this up on Instagram as well, please donate. What the guys are doing is fantastic. What they've already achieved is fantastic, and they've still got a way to go. So keep supporting.
We're doing
keep
a few
donating.
more as well.
Yeah.
A few more challenges as well. Yeah, like this weekend, there's a few of us, myself included. I'm going to try and hit my first marathon.
Wow.
See how that goes. I know Joe Bygraves, he's going to take my challenge on that I did, the 4 miles every 4 hours.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, we're still, like, we want to get it done. Like I said, don't want to drag it on too long.
By challenging
14th,
yourself so you can rattle it out a bit quicker.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, so 14th of June is our deadline. So
we should have, when all this is said and done, and like you need some kind of finale to it all. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're having a party. Definitely.
Yeah,
when this is all over.
Got to be done when we
I think the party will be inviting Johnson and Ed Swain down the club with a load of massage oil.
Yeah,
literally.
M&J masseuses come and sort out the boys.
Exactly. Johnson and Swain sports massage. Get in there.
Yeah, sort us all out.
You're making a buck after this.
We're all partying away, and you're there like, oh my luck, I've got my legs.
Yeah. Like, I've got a funny story, man. Like, literally. So I've got one of them massage guns.
Oh yeah.
Bought it sort of as lockdown started because I knew we were doing this challenge and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna be in bits.
Yeah.
So like, it was probably about 1 a.m. Yeah. Super tight, just before going to sleep, and the massage gun, I've got it. Where is it? It's here somewhere. I was using it before I came on air.
Mate, look at that. That's impressive.
Oh, mate, you should see the other attachments.
That's for Staff. If he completes his marathon, he gets a special attachment.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah, quite noisy.
It sounds like something else, mate.
It does. Yeah, with the vibrating and that noise.
Yeah, mate, honestly.
Mate, that's suspicious.
And with the other attachments, Johnny, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I bought a terrace house, yeah. So I'm in bed. The bed's vibrating, yeah. The floor's vibrating because it's a wooden floor. and all they can probably hear is me squealing, going, oh!
yeah, every now and again when you hit a spot, you go, ah!
Yeah, exactly. And next day, they see me hobbling around. I think they must be thinking, what is he up to?
He's had a good night.
Getting absolutely railed now. He can't walk properly. Harry walks out after him.
Big smile on his face.
Oh no!
I was giving him a haircut. Honestly, I was giving him a haircut.
Oh dear.
Quality, mate. No, fair play to you boys, man, and obviously big ups to everyone involved. I hit the links everywhere, and I keep spreading it out there. And kudos. So, final thing I want to get on to is we're all football fans. Premier League is returning. It has been confirmed. So, what were we thinking? Did you think it was going to come back? What was your views before, obviously, this happened?
I thought it was going to come back. Whether I think it's the right choice, I'm not sure. I mean, you've seen, I don't know if you've seen, like, Troy Deeney's come out and said, like, you know, I've got a little 5-month-old at home. Like, there's no chance I'm returning.
Yeah, he had respiratory issues as well when he was born.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. They came out today and said something about the referees aren't even being tested. So,
bloody hell.
Or, you know, it's just, or something like that. It's just crazy.
I was surprised, to be honest. I was surprised when they were on about it coming back. I'm thinking, when you look at the grand scheme of things and what's happening in the country, at the moment, the first day they started testing on Premier League players, there was about 30,000 tests being carried out for coronavirus in the UK. The Premier League nearly hit 800.
Yes.
You think the whole of the UK are only pushing out 30,000, and then you got footballers, 700, 800 of them getting tested just so football can come back. It's not worth it. There's more important things in the world.
Yeah. I don't know if either of you two have been watching the Bundesliga, but, like, you know, I watched the Dortmund game the other day, for example, and the subs are sat 2 meters apart. Then Dortmund go and score, and then all the players are hugging and celebrating, and it's just like, it's completely goes against it.
I saw that. There's substitutes on the bench with masks on, and then they get subbed on, and they're all pulling each other at corners and that.
I know.
It's very bizarre.
And like in the free kicks with the walls and everything, and it's just like, it just doesn't make sense. Bizarre, I think my personal opinion is it's too early. I just think they shouldn't even be going ahead, but
I think it
It's the
needs
money,
to be
isn't it?
finished. I know it is money. It comes down to TV licensing at the end of the day. And I think
Yeah.
it does need to be finished for the integrity of it. But then if you go down the integrity route, you could then argue that the integrity of the competition is already gone
Yeah.
because players are out of contract.
Yeah.
Players are now fit that weren't fit before. And then they're talking about getting rid of relegations, 5 subs per game. You've got other teams with more depth in their squad than other teams. So the integrity of the competition is already in question as it is.
Yeah,
whatever they do is good. It's gonna disappoint, isn't it? So someone.
I'm more interested in Championship, to be fair, as a Luton fan.
Yeah.
That's coming back as well.
Who?
Luton. Kids Brian.
No, I'm joking.
Kids Brian somewhere.
Even with the Championship, they were saying about they were going to promote 2 sides, or was it they were going to make the Premier League bigger? Surely has a knock-on effect elsewhere.
Yeah, but then I kind of get what they're saying though, because I don't know if Johnny's probably watched a fair bit of Championship. I do like the Championship; it's a very good league. That Leeds and West Brom are probably head and shoulders above anyone else in that division.
Yeah.
This year, and deservedly, and they would have both gone up. And I feel like they're both ready and at a point to go up. And if you void the season now, they're like, well, that's all gone away.
No luck for Leeds there.
Someone was telling me,
no luck.
Yeah, mate. And someone was telling me as well, like these clubs, the way Championship clubs work is they have a big push of money. So they get this money together and they make a big push, like a promotion push, because the money that can come back to the club if they get promoted is astronomical.
Yeah,
it's like the Championship playoff final. Championship playoff final is the most expensive game in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, and they put themselves in...
There's loads of money in the Championship.
In this big push, they literally put the club at breaking point financially. They put the club into debt and gamble that they get promoted.
Yeah.
So West Brom and Leeds are at that pivotal point where they've taken the gamble, where they've put in the money. Like West Brom are only just recovering from the last time they got relegated, and it would be amazing for them to get back into it. Then all of a sudden, if they don't get in this season, when they deserve to, they don't get in next season, they don't get in the season after because things don't work out.
Yeah, they're done.
The gamble's not paid off.
I think Fulham are quite close. Like they're only like
Fulham
6
as well.
points off.
Yeah, Fulham as well.
Yeah, they're only like 6 points off, and Leeds are bottlers. So.
Yeah. But I think even put Fulham in that bracket. I think them 3 teams, they are above the rest of the league. Like if you were to pick even right now, say who deserves and who plays a standard football that should be going.
Them 3 to be promoted.
It would be them 3.
But then you've got other teams like Brentford on a really small budget.
And they do amazing.
I think they're 4.
They do amazing.
Yeah,
they score bags of goals.
Yeah.
So I think, like the Premier League, because there's so much money in it, it has to be finished. Like Luton, if it didn't come back, they would have just got relegated. And I mean,
are you in relegation zone still?
Yeah, we're second bottom.
Yeah. You had a good little run there before, didn't you?
Yeah. We were well on the up. Like we were dead and buried like a couple of months ago, but a lot of decent home form.
It just comes down to the money, doesn't it? Really,
it comes down to money.
What I want to touch on quickly.
The difference between Prem Championship is similar on a smaller scale to the Championship and League One.
Yeah. So, what I want to touch on quickly, just because it'll be interesting to get your points as a Luton fan. What on earth happened with the management? Because that was a strange one, mate. How he disappeared. Obviously, you've been on a good run. Then all of a sudden he disappears, and now you've got Jones back. That like a year ago, you lot. I remember you lot on Twitter putting snake emojis, and now he's been out there wheeling him back to the door, going, "Oh, please save us."
Yeah.
Like talking about Nathan Jones coming back. I respect the decision. I reckon Graham Jones. He seemed like he knew his stuff as a coach. But it was his first
task for a first job. That's a hard task to do.
Yeah,
Nathan
Jones, he got us playing the best football that I've seen Luton play in years, and in some ways, it's better the devil you know.
Yeah.
And if he snakes us again, like I think he'll find it hard to snake us again because of what he did last time.
Yeah, he just got the forgiveness. Like, just don't do
honestly,
it again.
Luton, we're a shithouse team. Yeah. Yeah, we've got shithouse supporters.
Shithouse stadium.
Shithouse stadium. I love it. Absolutely love it. And Nathan Jones is the biggest shithouse going. So I'm all for it. Let's go.
Shithouse FC, up the boys. Love that, mate. Love that. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the football coming back. I think I'm looking forward to it. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if you think it's right and wrong, you can't help as a football fan. We're all going to it. We're all going to watch it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully, staff, we can make some top 4 movement.
Well, yeah, let's hope so.
You never know, mate. We're not that far off.
You never know. That could be Pogba coming. You never know. Pogba could come back in. Pogba and Fernandes, the best partnership in the Premier League. You never know, mate. Do you?
We're going to win the league.
Yeah.
No one won't go that far. Christ, no one won't go that far.
FA Cup. They're rescheduled the FA Cup games. They're going ahead.
Yeah.
We're still in the FA Cup, so and we got what should be an easy game. We got Norwich away, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves in an FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen there, mate. So, yeah, I like it. One thing I finally want to touch on as well, whilst we're on the topic of Premier League football, is there was a quote that went round I think it was last week, maybe a week and a half ago, and I found it quite interesting. And it was Michael Ballack in an interview, and he was asked about Virgil van Dijk, and obviously, is he the best defender in the world, and how amazing is he? And his words were, Virgil van Dijk is very lucky to play in an era where there is no Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Wayne Rooney, Robin van Persie, Carlos Tevez, Emmanuel Adebayor, and Diego Costa in the Premier League.
How are they putting Emmanuel Adebayor in that same sentence?
Mate, I was literally about to say, how has he managed to get himself in that? Like, Ballack, he must have something over Ballack. They're best mates. And he said, no wonder they think he is the best defender in the league. What'd you make of that?
I don't know, man. Like, I think that Virgil van Dijk is the best defender in the league. But when you stack him against sort of like the Ferdinands, Villiches, Adams, Keown, even like Sol Campbell, them sort of players, it's just a different time period.
It's modern football, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
he's probably the complete modern centre back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With that statement, Joe, where he says, there's not that kind of quality striker in the Premier League other than Aguero. Who have you got? Aguero. If you look at the big sides, Chelsea, they haven't got who's Chelsea's striker? I don't even know.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah. Arsenal can't even hit a barn door.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Good words.
No, and United. No, there's no one.
We've only got up and coming, kind of like you see.
Exactly. There's no one really.
But then, if you go grand scheme of things, if you want to go to the bigger picture, how many world-class strikers are there these days? Lewandowski, Aguero. Obviously, then you got the young lads coming through, like you got Haaland coming through Dortmund, great talent. But as far as them out-and-out strikers, it's kind of a dying trade.
Although saying that,
the wingers have a lot
when Liverpool played Madrid, Morata handed it to Van Dijk. I thought that game.
Yeah, and that's Morata.
The whole Madrid team did. Exactly. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hard one because, like I said, they're different eras.
He's fantastic, and it's different eras. It's fantastic, but he hasn't fully proven himself. Like the people get carried away now and be like, he's one of the best defenders to ever grace the Premier League. Like,
so it's been one season.
Let's slow down. It's been 1 or 2 seasons, and there's no denying that he's an absolutely fantastic player, and he's the complete package. And I'd take him in Man United's team tomorrow. And you'd be an idiot if you said you wouldn't. But let him prove himself. Let's see how far he goes. Like, to be nominated for a Ballon d'Or, do you know what I mean, as a centre back, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. But I think people just get a little bit too excited.
Saying this as a United fan though, but he's not won. He's not won what Vidic and Ferdinand have won. He's not he's not won all of them. I know he's won the Champions League. He's not won the same amount of medals as them. Terry,
John Terry.
It's a hard one.
Iconic.
It's a different era though. Like you say, Joe, it's a different era, so it's hard to judge it really.
Yeah, I mean, you can't judge Van Dijk against someone like Bobby Moore because it's completely different.
No.
You can't judge like Pele against Ronaldo and Messi.
No, because if
No.
you put Bobby Moore in modern day football, he'd get bullied and he'd get outpaced because they're athletes these days. Back then, they
but who's to say that if Bobby Moore was alive now, and he had the same conditioning, that he would be a better player?
Yeah. Yeah, if he had the fitness,
people like Franz Beckenbauer,
if he had the tools and the fitness and the know-how as these boys do now, could they have been even better? That's a good point.
But also, you say about the centre backs and stuff, or the players. Van Dijk, like you say, like Terry, he was world class throughout his whole career. Van Dijk's 26, 27, and he's only really came about. He only really made a name for himself at Southampton. He's playing in the Scottish Premiership 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, and he weren't even doing what he does now for Celtic. If you go back to Celtic,
exactly.
He was more like a central midfielder.
He was banging free kicks in for Celtic.
Yeah, mate, it was weird. He was like running up the pitch, like just because it was such a shit league, I suppose. He was just going wherever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, and don't
do you know what the issue is with Van Dijk?
Sorry, mate?
Do you know what the issue is with Van Dijk?
Go on.
What?
He plays for Liverpool, yeah. And Liverpool have fans.
And Liverpool what?
Yeah.
Have fans.
Yeah, mate.
They've won the Premier League now.
Fans. They got noisy fans.
They've won the Premier League, so they've got to rattle on about something else.
Yeah. Mate, Trust me. Liverpool fans
he's an absolute baller. He's an absolute baller, but it will never be like Marco Materazzi. Yeah, gives away a pen in the World Cup final. Scores the equaliser, gets the down centre off, and then scores the penalty shootout, and they win.
Mate, what a hero! What a hero! So he firmed the headbutt as well. Firmed it, mate. Had a little roll around. Oh yeah. Sound, mate.
You could say though, Van Dijk and De Ligt are going to be the best partnership for a long time for centre back guys for Holland.
That's disgusting.
For Holland, like not obviously club football, but that's for a country that is incredible. Like centre back partnership.
Yeah, Holland.
I don't know any of
great potential to be fair to grow
players, but
they should grow as a grow.
Yeah, they kind of dropped off a bit, and now they're getting back to it, aren't they? But I don't really know a lot other than Depay.
Well, you got De Jong plays for Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
In Memphis Depay.
Memphis Depay, mate. Since he's left United, mate, he's banging goals. He's all over it.
I think we could bang goals in Cranfield Sunday, so I could bang goals in the French league, mate.
Harry Stafford, Leon, sign him up.
Brilliant.
Stafford's going for the Marseille manager next year.
That's it.
Can we go to Monaco, please, Staff?
Take the Cranes with me. Yeah, we can, definitely.
Cranes go to France, all over it, mate.
Might be Amsterdam.
Oh, yes. Mate, that's not a bad shout. Look, little team out into Amsterdam. I'll come as a number one supporter. I'll be there.
Yeah. Get the merch on.
Yeah.
You could be our chief. You could be like doing all the tweets and that, Joe.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Absolutely.
Press officer.
Interviews. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, mate. I'll be all over that. So, guys, it's been fantastic having you on. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Pleasure's all mine. It's been really good chatting to you, and obviously, I hope the charity work keeps going well. Hope you reach your target soon.
Hopefully, if we get to the final, we can come on here again, talk about that.
Oh, mate, all over it.
If we win the final, we'll definitely be coming back.
Yeah, mate.
Joe, just before you close up here, one more bit of charity work that we've been doing at the club. You spoke about like the football club was a hub when you were younger, and that's what we've done with the COVID effort. We set up the community hub, and I just want to say thank you, like to anyone from Cranfield or surrounding area who donated food, because there was a lot of people like who needed to be looked after. Like now it's sort of died down a bit. Like we're just doing some tailored shopping for like the elderly and stuff, and like the vulnerable. But at the time, there was loads of food donated, all sorts. Like I think there was like haggis and like random stuff.
Random stuff.
So yeah, there's loads of food, and like I think what we're gonna do now is close it down, but split the food between the churches because they look after people as well. It's
amazing.
People that the vulnerable in and around the village. So yeah, that was really good to see from the community. Like,
yeah, that's what you want to see, isn't it? And as anyone who lives in a village, obviously, if you don't know Cranfield, if you live in a village, if you don't ever live in a village and you haven't come from that village life, it's hard to understand that sense of community, and it is quite overwhelming at times. And it's quite inspiring as well that everyone can group together and pull together in these difficult times. And with the charity work that I've seen from people all across the village and all across surrounding villages, and what you've done at the club and with the hub and what have you, it's truly inspiring. And I tip my hat to every single person, because these are really difficult times we're going through now, and it might be a little.
Hope it continues after, mate.
Yeah, it might be a little that you can give, but obviously, in the grand scheme of things, we're all doing our bit to help. And you've got to look at the bigger picture, and hopefully we'll see the back end of this soon, and we can get back playing football. We can get down a pub. I'll buy you both a pint when we can both go back in the.
Look at that smile from Sam. He loves
it. Yeah, he smiled. He looked at the distance, going, "Oh, I can't wait." And the pub.
Mate, everyone around and win the cup final. That's it, mate.
Yeah, mate. I can't wait to get staff trimming my mop, mate. That's what I can't wait for. It's an absolute.
I can't wait to get back. Can't wait to get back, honestly.
Yeah. Johnny's all right. He's got his old man on the case.
Yeah, he got my dad on it. Yeah. I'm all right.
Nice one, boys. Well, like I said, great to have you on. We'll wrap this up now. But it's absolutely fantastic, and I'll see you both soon, hopefully.
Yeah, top man.
So,
cheers, mate. See you later.
Yeah, everyone follow all of the socials above. If you're watching on YouTube, click like. If you're listening to Spotify and Apple Music, subscribe to the podcast, and we'll just keep rattling them out. Thanks, everyone. Peace.
Nice one. See you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.